like you 6 months ago, I have not unpacked my medicine cabinet boxes. I have not had a use for them. Because anything that ails me or my children or my husband, I go straight to the oils and that's all I need. My kids' colds that used to last 2 to 3 weeks now last about a day and a half. And they're done. No more coughing, no more sneezing, no more runny nose.
So what's that name?
Oregano. Oregano. And I tell you, it's not something you want to smell very much because it's really strong. But I would put it on the bottom of their feet with the coconut oil because, like I said, that's a hot oil. So it's really, really, really powerful. So you want to dilute it a lot with the coconut oil and then put it on the bottom of their feet. Now, the reason why we say the bottom of the feet, it's got the largest pores in your body. And so it gets into your bloodstream in about 30 seconds. So I would put some fractionated coconut oil. I usually just take the bottle, open it, and then do this. And then what's on my finger is all I use on the bottom of their feet. And that's enough. And I put a socks over it so they don't rub it off on the carpet. And it helps. So like for me, about a month ago, I woke up with cramps. I never get cramps. I've never had cramps. So I wouldn't even know what kind of medicine to use for cramps. I'm guessing there's a special
cramps in your legs or cramps in your tummy or
cramps in my stomach. I felt like it literally woke me up because the pain was so bad, and I thought, I'm having contractions. This hurts.
And you're like, well, I'm not pregnant.
Yeah. So I'm like, what do I use? I don't even have. There's nothing for that. So I looked it up and used peppermint oil. So I put peppermint oil and coconut oil on my lower abdomen, and about 10 minutes later, it was totally gone. I went back to sleep, slept through the night like a baby, no more cramps. It was fantastic. So,
are you going to give us a piece of paper that tells us about all these? You know, this one takes care of cramps, this one takes care of...
They have lots of those things. They have these modern essential books that can help. It's just a really, really thick, goes through everything that you can possibly want to know about any kind of oils. But I use a lot, and I keep it in my car as these. It's just a quick A to Z reference guide. You can look up just about anything.
And you have those for
calluses, conjunctivitis, cuts, cysts, depression, diabetes, fear, fevers, flus, headaches, heartburn.
And so do we get to look at one of those?
You can. I'll pass them around to Dan if you want to look at them. So, so having these is really empowering as a mom, or even just as taking care of yourself. Okay, I have what I need. All I have to do is get my oil. That's it. That's all I have to do. I don't have to worry about, okay, is this going to make me drowsy? Is this going to make me feel depressed? Is this going to have heartburn side effect? Is this going to have this side effect? What can I not take with this and this and this? Can I not mix these? Can I not eat this or drink this, or do I have to wait? It's totally safe. I put it on my babies. You know, I don't worry about it because it's so natural. Another reason is the co-impact sourcing. So what we were saying about the little farms. Co-impact sourcing is another reason why a lot of people use doTerra, is because it helps with those economies. So for instance, we get what's called vetiver oil. This one I haven't used myself yet, but it helps with brain functioning, remembering, that kind of stuff. It's called vetiver, and it is naturally made in Haiti. Now, we all know Haiti's economy, it sucks. There's no happy way around it. The people there suffer a lot.
Is that the one that's used for depression as well? Because
yes, it has been used for depression as well. So vetiver is a good one for...
Well, I'm going to buy that one tonight for Bob, because after his hip whiplash, you know, the accident he was in 20 years ago, his life's been devastated because his head hurts all the time. And if that would really actually help his head, oh my goodness, what a miracle.
What is vetiver?
I'm going to look it up, because this one, I know just a few things about it, is that I know it helps with head.
Some sort of a plant of sorts.
It's not migraines. He feels like when he said he said felt like his head filling up, and it's never went away. And in the morning, yeah, his head feels like
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure. And it's never went away. And the mornings he loved mornings. Now mornings are his worst times. He just suffers. So.
All right, so the vetiver.
He'd take a nap and then.
Vetiver is, it looks like a grass, basically. It's steam distilled from its roots, and then it helps, let's see, properties, common primary uses.
So it's some sort of a ground cover in another country.
Mm-hmm. It's like a balancing. It helps with balance. It helps with ADHD, kids who are really,
Attention deficit.
Helps with acne, anorexia, anxiety, arthritis, enlarged breasts, cuts, depression, insomnia, muscular rheumatism, nervousness.
And he would just rub that on the back of his
extreme
neck,
nervousness.
maybe?
I would put it on the back of my neck. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Skin
That,
care,
I don't know
sprains,
about
and
anything
stress.
else, but that one I'm getting. Do you have it for sale?
I don't have Vetiver.
Oh, man.
Don't have Vetiver,
Come
but
on.
we can order it. But we'll look up some of those things that are bothering him, and we'll see what.
Well, you mentioned them all, so that's the one I wanted.
So, for instance, the Haiti, what they do is they go to the areas where the stuff is indigenous, where it grows naturally, and then they find a small farming operation, and they basically help them. So they help that company, that little farming, to create jobs for the area. They build schools in the area to help with the town. They will dig wells to have clean running water, so that they have a way of feeding the plants good water, and it also helps the village because they also get that clean water. So that is a great source a great way to outsource to help those communities and those small. We're not going to a big company over there. We're going to a small local farmer, people who are what do they call? Somebody who creates their own business. Proprietor? Entrepreneur. That's the word I want. So like the small entrepreneurs, and they kind of help them to grow in their business and create jobs in those little areas. Okay. How to use the oils. So there's 3 different ways that you can use oils. The first way is your aromatically. So a great one to help you guys understand the powerfulness of that is peppermint. Now, 1 drop of peppermint. How many of you guys have ever had colds and had peppermint tea? Okay, 1 drop is equivalent to 28 cups of tea. I don't know about you, but I cannot drink 28 cups of peppermint tea. My bladder won't handle it. I will pee all the time. 1 drop of this helps with that. Just take a sniff, just a little sniff, and you can like feel it all the way down. It opens you up like you wouldn't believe.
So that's not really aromatherapy though, because isn't aromatherapy like what
That feels good.
happens when you smell it, what your brain does? Or is it actually,
I'm not positive about that. I
because
don't know.
I'm really sensitive to smells, like
Uh-huh.
they take me all kinds of places. My first time my husband, or where I grew up, I mean it takes me, my mind is really sensitive to smells. And so what I'd read about aromatherapy is that it actually works on your brain, and your brain, that smell makes your brain feel a certain way. Do you know what I mean? Whether
Yeah.
it's relaxed or calm or happy or
Right, which is a lot of these blends
or
is
awake
used for those.
or whatever. It doesn't really act on your blood system or your chemistry, your body acts on your sensory.
Yeah, and it can. Another great, we were saying when you smelled in here. So there's a blend called Elevation. It's their joyful blend.
Is that what you were?
That's because I was like, I'm getting a little nervous. There's actually people like driving up the driveway. There's actually people coming, so it's not going to be just me and my mom. So there are smells that, I don't know, for me anyways, when I smell that one, I really like that one. I smell it and I'm like, it literally like, you can walk into a room that has a citrusy smell and be like, oh man, it just.
Yeah.
Usually
I
when you
really
walk
like
in
that
and you
too.
smell citrus, you're like, it smells happy
Tropical.
in here and like exciting, you know? And so they do that. They use different blends for mood elevation. There's several oils that are used for mood elevation and that you can just, breathe it in.
Yeah, like they said, it's the same thing like when when someone's coming in your house or you're trying to show your house, realtors, we're always like,
Put some vanilla on the
vanilla
burner.
in the oven and turn the oven